why don't you tell us what Samnidhi stands for?
What primarily sets apart Samnidhi from the other committees and clubs in the institute is the fact that we are a legal entity. We are registered with the Registrar of Karnataka, and we focus majorly on fostering fortune, both in terms of the corpus that we manage to ensure good returns for our investors in the student community, and also by building on the student body's knowledge through our many initiatives that we carry out throughout the year. Samnidhi is also majorly student driven. Uh, Through the Institute's support and belief in us, we are able to raise funds every year from the incoming batch that we invest, and through this, we produce a unique learning opportunity for the team Samnidhi and also the investors.
So, what are the different verticals that are there in Samnidhi?
So Samnidhi is constituted by all the corporate nuances. We even have a formal organizational structure. We have an advisory board that is constituted by Professor Madhuvira Raghavan, our director, Professor Krishna Prasad, who is our area chair, and Ms. Shubhani Kurian, who is the EVP and fund manager at Kotak Mutual Funds. So below them is the student body, student board consisting of 5 portfolios, that is the CEO, CMO, CHRO, CIO and CRO. So for instance, every board member has a team of their own who they manage and are responsible for. The CRO is in charge of the research team, the CIO is in charge of the investment team, and the CMO runs the marketing initiatives with the help of 3 teams, that is the digital marketing team, the content management and the design team.
So, my next question is to Anvit. What are some of the skill sets that you look for the students to be part of Samnidhi?
So as Disha mentioned, we have 3 verticals, which is the equity team, the analyst, the marketing team, and the HR team. So for each of these verticals, we have different kind of desirable skill sets. For example, for the analyst team, we are looking for having basic accounting, finance, and Excel-based knowledge. And for the marketing team, we are looking towards having basic social media skills and event management skills. But these are desirable. The core skill or the core competency which you are looking at is having a zeal towards learning about the respective field in which they want to which they are applying for in Samnidhi, and secondly also towards growing the fund as well as the knowledge of the investors via various initiatives which Samnidhi conducts over the course of.
So, can you tell us what are the different roles and responsibilities of any vertical?
So starting with the analyst team, so the analyst team is basically responsible. So each of the analysts are allocated sectors which they have to manage. Wherein within that sector they have to track the sector for preparing the newsletters, preparing any research reports on stocks from that particular sector, and also they are to come up with stock pick reports when wherever you're planning to invest into those particular sectors, they have to tell us which stocks is desirable or where we can invest into that for that particular sector. When it comes to the marketing team, what they do is basically they handle social media of Samnidhi, and whatever the events, investor engagement events which are to be conducted, that entire event is actually managed and planned by the marketing team. So team Samnidhi, if we go to see, is a total of 72 members. So for such a big team, we need to have an HR which will look into any kind of issues which are which might come between the team members, and also to plan engagement activities so that there is a kind of bonhomie and a kind of sense of attachment towards Samnidhi as well as towards each other as colleagues.
Anvit, what was the rate of return that you got in previous years?
So before I actually go on and tell what is the rate of return, I would just like to throw some light on the structure of Samnidhi. Samnidhi is actually a closed-ended fund, which means that whenever a new batch comes in, they have to invest into a new fund offering. So the amount so invested would be with us for a period of 2 years until they graduate, and once they graduate, they have to compulsorily withdraw the amount along with whatever gains have been made over the period of 2 years. So having set that premise, for the batch of 2022 which graduated, so we have given absolute return of 24% while maintaining a beta of 0.71. So by that, what I want to actually highlight is despite having a lower beta, which basically tells you about how risky the portfolio is, we have been able to secure a higher rate of return for them, which shows the efficiency of our team in terms of generating value for our investors.
Tell us where this money is being invested.
So this money is, we are a pure equity fund, so whatever money is being invested, we invest into the equity markets. And also, if I have to dwell deeper into that, we are invested mostly into large caps and mid caps, and we have very minimal exposure towards the small caps because of the volatility of those stocks. And also another premise is that in order to mitigate the systematic risk, we have diversified our investment across 12 sectors, so that there is not much exposure towards any sector specific risk which might arise.
So Disha, is the fund completely student driven?
Yes, it is completely student driven. However, we have our area chair, Professor Krishna Prasad, who is constantly guiding us and supporting us, and our director, Professor MVR, is also duly kept abreast of all the developments and the fund's performance.
So, what is the amount that you raised through NFO this year, and what were the total number of investors that we have?
So through our various initiatives and campaigns during the NFO period, we raised 10,44,000 this year, bringing the total AUM to 21.4 lakhs, and the number of investors is 594.
Julie, if you can tell us what is the objective of the fund?
So the objective of our investment is not only restricted to creating value for our stakeholders in terms of ROI, but also help them foster a habit of savings and investment, and also help them upgrade themselves in terms of financial knowledge by imparting them education.
So Julie, does Samnidhi help students with their finances or explain them how to invest?
Yes, Samnidhi takes a lot of initiatives for helping their students, starting from weekly newsletters to company analysis. Not only that, we have quarterly investors meet in which the analyst team and the board helps the team solve the investors their queries and is answerable for every question of theirs. And not only that, we have a workshop series called Pragyavata, which aims in combining peer learning along with practical knowledge by covering up topics related to stock market.
So that was Team Samnidhi. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time and effort to enlighten our viewers about Samnidhi. And thanks to the viewers for tuning in.